A saga 1,000 years in the making. A bloodthirsty conqueror laying siege to the land. An excellent tribute to fallen brethren and a calculated bishop's vengeful plan. Welcome to the harrowing quest.
Morning, guys.
Morning. Good morning, Christopher. Welcome. You've just arrived. What are your first thoughts?
Well, I arrived at the Black Keep last night actually without telling anyone because I wanted to get a head start. I've done a few laps. Quite calming at the moment. I'm not really feeling any fear. I'm quite relaxed. So hopefully the rest of the team arrive because I want to get stuck into this right away.
Excellent. Do you know anything about the characters that you're looking for this evening?
All I know, it's a bloodthirsty Viking.
Good morning, guys.
Morning. Good morning, Jonathan. You've just arrived here at the Black Keep. How are you feeling going into this investigation?
Well, I'm enjoying myself. It is quite an incredible location, lots of history, which I have uncovered. It's going to be interesting to understand what Peter can pick up because the history in this location goes back about 1,000 years. So I'm ready to go. No ill thoughts. I think this is going to go swimmingly well. I'm ready.
Thank you, Jonathan.
Cheers, guys.
Oh, ever such a good morning to you, Peter.
Hello, good morning team. Nice to be here. Lovely to see you all.
You arrived at the Black Keep about half an hour ago. Can you tell us how you got here and what are your thoughts going into this investigation on this new series of the Harrowing Quest?
So, just to let you know, I came on an alpine ski lift at the nearby ski resort. I got a lift up the mountain and I had a walk down here. It's a lovely day and I'm excited to get going. Again, I don't really know much about this location, but already picking up on very strange, powerful entities, some smelly entities, but I'm ready to go.
Centuries of reports of bludgeoners screaming, wolves howling, and even children crying. What's gone on here at the Black Keep? Jonathan Mark is here. Let's find out. Jonathan Mark,
Christopher.
welcome to the Black Keep. How are you feeling?
I'm feeling better now I'm with you. But, Christopher, thousands of years of history in this place. I've just come up from the wine cellar.
Yes. How was it down there?
Very scary, very smelly.
This whole location is just... I've got a funny feeling.
It's drenched.
Drenched.
In something.
Okay. So what can you tell us about the Black Keep?
So the Harrowing Quest is an excellent organisation and we do try and get as much information as possible. But what we do love is to bring you here, our host, with not much information to go on.
I'm completely in the dark on this one, apart from...
Christopher, we are in the graveyard of this parish and I am quite aware of just thousands of years of history that's unfolded
I'm
here.
very scared actually, I have to tell you that before we proceed.
I think it's only fair to be honest with the emotions during such
I think we have to be.
high-octane investigations.
Absolutely.
While we're being honest, I would just like to mention that... Oh, sorry, but I've got a very sore boom. It's quite sore, but I just want to make that be known.
Okay.
There's a bench here. Shall we talk about the history of this location?
Do you need to take a seat?
Yes, please. My boom is so sore.
Okay, so I've got a question for you.
Yes.
This bloodthirsty Viking I was informed of
Yes.
when I arrived here.
Yeah.
Please tell me more. I'm so intrigued.
So, for anybody or any viewers, yourself, the team, you enter either of the entrances into the Black Keep, you will probably see some signs, perhaps even a statue of this legendary Viking.
I noticed a statue over there, but it's quite eroded.
It is quite eroded. That shows how long ago this man's exploits were.
Okay.
He was the leader of Clan Eghorn.
Clan Eghorn?
Yes, it was a very, very dangerous breed of Vikings.
Really?
And his name was Vladimir Eghorn.
Vladimir Eghorn?
Yes.
What more can you tell us?
So, like I said, he originally came to the Black Keep with his brothers and his bannermen during a raid.
A raid?
Yes, and I would like to tell you about one of the many raids.
Okay. So, Jonathan, can you run me through the history of Vladimir Eghorn?
I can. Vladimir Eghorn was the most bloodthirsty Viking in the history of the Black Keep.
The most bloodthirsty?
He was the clan leader for Clan Eghorn.
Makes
And
sense.
He first came to these parts with his bannermen. They raided the coastlines, parishes such as this. Gold, silver.
So they were quite successful in their raiding expeditions.
Their expeditions were absolutely off the chain.
Yes.
Sorry, I'm getting a bit emotional,
That's
which is
okay.
why I broke a bit there.
That's
but
absolutely fine.
This is possibly the most infamous Viking we're talking about here.
One thing I wanted to point out, when I arrived here, there was a statue down there which I think resembles a Viking, but it's quite eroded. Is that him?
That's him, Christopher. That is Vladimir Eghorn.
Oh, so he's quite reputable in the Viking scene.
So reputable. Had 3 stars on TripAdvisor.
Excellent work.
Yes, he also had a little stint as an Uber Eats driver.
Oh, really?
Yes, but he had a wagon, so he didn't do many deliveries.
I was going to say, he couldn't have made much money.
No. So what I would like to talk about is how he became so famous.
Okay.
So we're getting quite a lot of chatter here, isn't it?
I'm getting static in my
Is
earpiece.
that because we've got lots of activity, do you think?
There could be lots of activity.
Tim, would you mind just checking on the readers, please?
It seems to be going down.
Right.
I think we're good. Okay.
Your Muller corner, that's in the glove compartment. Okay. So, let's just do a brief thing of his blood-curdling history.
Yes.
So he was part of many wars. He ran the biggest heathen army during the Black
biggest
Keep.
heathen army?
The largest. He actually took down a lot of kings.
Really?
Yes, and eventually became so infamous, and the kings around the Black Keep wanted to leave him alone. They let him settle here.
Really?
Yes, and that all changed when they devised a plan.
A yodeler.
Right, so
We need to get on with
the
this
kings
now.
around the Black Keep devised
Yes.
a plan. They devised a plan to take him out. Because like I say, Vladimir Eghorn and his clan settled here.
Yes.
But they found out a very worrying truth to this.
A worrying truth.
Yes, every 4 to 6 months during a blood moon,
A blood moon.
Vladimir would take a boiled egg.
Okay.
Yes, it's quite strange, isn't it?
Hmm.
He would go up and do a ritual, and he would deposit that said boiled egg up his rectum. Up
His rectum?
Up his shit pipes.
Why would he do such a thing?
I don't know, but the kings would not take it. They would not accept it.
I'm not surprised. That's disgusting.
Christopher, eventually, this very tree we are sat under is where they executed and hung Vladimir Eghorn.
Is that why you've brought me to this bench? To tell me this?
That is why oh my goodness! The I think this location is so active. And I tell you, my bum is just so sore. Can we go for a walk?
Do you need to leave this location?
If you wouldn't mind, I feel I might have piles.
Okay, maybe Peter's arrived. Should we go and see if we can find him?
Let's see what he can maybe tell us. See if he can
Hopefully.
fill in the blanks.
Now you've told me about this tree, I kind of want to move away.
Shall we leave? Would you like to hold hands?
Again, yes.
Yes, I think it would bring me comfort.
Let's head over here then.
Let's go! The time had arrived. Peter Gerald Buxton was on site and feeling fresh as fuck.
Now, Percy. I know, buddy, I feel it too. Today's going to be a strong one. There's a lot of spirits here, a lot of strong energies, and we'll get through it. We'll go meet the team, as we always do. See how Christopher and Jonathan and the crew are getting on. We'll get to the bottom of what's going on here today in the Black Keep. Okay, let's go. Peter Gerald Buxton. Excellent to see you as always.
Come in, take a seat.
How are you doing?
I'm
I have to be honest with you, Christopher. Today, this location, you may have felt it as well. I know we always get a lot of spiritual activity in these places we come to, but
Yes.
I've just had a word with Percy. There's a lot, ever such a strong amount of spiritual force today.
I felt it since I got here, and might I add, usually Jonathan is here when you arrive.
Yes, he
He had
is.
to take a little break. He was acting a little strange.
Oh, really?
I'm not sure what's going on, but something's definitely going on with him. I'm not
Yes.
sure.
I think we're going to be in for quite a strange night tonight.
I think so too. But
Yes.
regarding the Black Keep,
Yes.
do you have anything?
So I was having a chat with Percy not long ago. As I said, I only got one name here out of all the spirits.
One
here.
name?
One name. He was a very big man, strong man, powerful entity. What's that, Percy? Yeah. Oh, bless you. So yes, I believe his name was Vlad. It's coming to me. 1 second. Vladimir Egghorn.
Vladimir Egghorn?
Yes, I believe this man was maybe perhaps of Viking descent. I'm just getting a powerful, almost berserker. He's very strong. He's been connecting with Percy, and I can't tell whether he's maybe a malevolent spirit. There's definitely something.
You know, I like to always ask.
Yes.
Do you think he's an evanescent spirit?
This time, perhaps he is an evanescent spirit, but
Oh.
I haven't connected with him enough yet to maybe ascertain that. But I'm sure as we move through the complex of the Black Keep, we will find more out.
Okay.
Shall we maybe go and see if Jonathan's recovered?
We'll go and look for Jonathan. Before we do, I know he
Yes.
likes to usually say this to you, so I'll take it
Yes.
upon myself to do it on this occasion.
Excellent.
The name you have given
Yes.
is actually correct.
Okay, and we are off to a good start.
A very
Percy?
good start.
Yes, fantastic. Ron, let's
I think Jonathan's been found actually. Should we go and see
yeah,
him?
should we go over to the Cowthorpe corner of the keep?
Let's go.
Yes.
Please continue, Jonathan.
Thank you, Christopher. Well,
Yes,
Peter,
yes.
what I wanted to touch base on is perhaps the strangest part of this tale. Clan leader Egghorn, every 4 to 6 months, which was apparently under a blood moon in Viking tradition, he found it somewhere secluded in the area of the Black Keep, and he inserted a hard-boiled egg into his shit pipe, his balloon knot, and I'm just wondering, why is this a thing?
So
Why
strange.
did
Have
this
you
happen?
heard of this before?
And could this have actually happened?
Do you know what? I'm really glad you both asked me that. So I've been doing a tiny bit of research on Viking traditions because it's not
Excellent.
something I have much experience on. And it turns out there are 2 reasons why a Viking man would insert a hard-boiled egg, up his back passage. Now, one of them would be in tribute to the god Odin,
Odin as in Odin.
the Odin Odinson, and the second
Wow.
reason would be to mourn the loss of a loved one.
Oh,
And I'm getting
this is coming together
yes.
now.
What's
I
that,
mean,
Percy?
Vikings lost a lot of loved ones in battle.
Absolutely.
So I believe it was his brother. And I haven't
Oh,
got a name
dear.
for his brother, but I believe he took the loss of his brother so hard that, as you quite rightly said, every blood moon he'd pop out somewhere secluded behind that tree that we've been filming at earlier, and he'd, as I said, pop a egg up his back passage. Now, what's that, Percy? Oh. I'm getting the name of a bishop in the local area coming through from Percy. Bishop
That is interesting.
Bishop Eckhart.
Bishop Eckhart.
Heart.
You shall be hung by the neck until then. Anno Domini saculati lusto.
Peter, who was that you were talking to there?
I'm sorry, did you both hear that?
We did indeed.
I believe I was briefly reprimanded there by a bishop in the area that maybe sentenced Vladimir Egghorn to death.
Really?
And obviously, he was hung
That was
here.
Bishop Eckhart.
That was
Now,
Bishop
that's quite
Eckhart.
strange. If you just were to go a bit
Yes.
further down into the parish, there is actually a monument to Bishop Eckhart who erected this very facility.
Well, I think we've got answers there,
and
haven't we? Now?
just to finish off this section that we're at, gentlemen, the kings and bishop and the whole religion really decided that they'd had enough of clan leader Egghorn living in these parts and what he was doing with that.
Gentlemen,
The
Sorry.
static is incredible.
I think the spirits are playing up
activity.
tonight.
And like I said, you know, killing the kings, beheading them, being so bloodthirsty, being a warrior, they could accept that hesitantly. But what they couldn't accept was the egg up the shit pipe.
It's quite strange to me that they will accept that, but not the killing of kings.
Yes, and they devised a
agree.
plan. They devised a plan and they took him down and they hung him at the hanging tree down there.
The
And now
hanging
obviously,
tree.
sorry to interrupt, these are all times obviously long ago, and we don't recognise what they did, but that was their tradition back then.
Yes.
And I think we have to respect that as we move forward.
Oh,
with
we really do.
what is probably going to be a very harrowing investigation. tonight.
we don't take the father. What was that, Jonathan?
Oh dear, are you okay?
Are you feeling unwell?
Jonathan, you're acting very strange tonight. Can we just cut Dougie?
So, Jonathan, Peter is having a chat with Percy
He is.
with regards to this location. But how are you feeling?
I'm feeling fine, just like I said earlier, back at the bench underneath the hanging tree. My boom is a bit sore. It's a bit sore, which I'm a bit sure. Maybe piles, but we can get past that, and we have got medication in the van.
Yes, we have.
But, like I said, Clan Eghorn did actually succeed in a attack over this balustrade.
Okay, was he actually based? Was his camp near here?
I believe so. I believe it was literally in this area of the Black Keep, which is why he was put to death after seeing doing these heinous acts to the Christian Church.
We need to go and find Peter. We need to get to the bottom
I
of
think
this.
it's best we get out of this area. I think we've served our time here and go on to the
Absolutely.
next area.
I think he's over here.
Let's go.
Something grabbed you! Dougie, run!
The Harrowing Quest team were left horrified from Jonathan Mark's spiritual kidnapping. Christopher and Peter were up for a right scrap. Apprentice cameraman Bug Davis found Jonathan looking absolutely shell-shocked, clutching what seemed to be a standalone egg.
Is that an egg?
Aye, an egg.
We're just approaching Eghorn's grave now.
Yes.
Hopefully we can find Jonathan.
I hope so. It's
I
very
believe-
unlike him, isn't it?
This is weird. It's just here.
Yes, here is Eghorn's grave.
Oh, Jonathan!
Jonathan, what's going on?
This is where I am laid.
Hello, gentlemen.
Hello.
How are we doing?
Can I
Very
just ask?
concerned.
You've just said this is where you're laid. What do you mean by that, Jonathan? Are you okay?
Yes, I just thought while you two were talking, I thought I would. I did look up on Google Maps and I actually found. Look here, look at this amazing Viking inscription. This is.
Oh,
It feels very visceral.
it
This
does.
is
That
fun.
says Eghorn.
This is clan leader Eghorn's grave.
Eghorn. Have you got that on camera? Eghorn.
Vicinius Maximus Clegius Eghorn.
You see, a lot of those names weren't actually his name. His first name was Ernesto.
Yes.
Yeah.
Was he maybe of Spanish origin? He's a Spanish
Well,
Viking.
He conquered so many areas. It's why he was called Vladimir Ernesto. Eghorn was his name.
Can I just say, Christopher, and I don't want to bring up the elephant in the room, but I think we need to discuss it. Have you noticed Jonathan talking in a strange accent?
I noticed this from the moment we met, and I looked to the crew off camera, and they just looked
Yes.
puzzled and
I wonder if
bewildered.
Tim or Beryl have perhaps picked up on
No, I think this is it's just a sound issue, gentlemen. I am absolutely fine.
it. Okay, as long as you're alright, because this is very unlike
So
you.
what I was wondering, obviously, we are stood above where.
Vladimir Eghorn's burial site,
Yes,
perhaps.
he was executed by the parish and the Christian faith, just up at the hanging tree, just a bit early. That I don't know, now maybe 1,000 or so years ago.
Yes, at least.
And obviously they put him out to pasture here in just an old abandoned wood, which was probably quite disrespectful of them to do so.
Peter, can I ask you a question?
What?
Have you come into contact with Vladimir yourself since arriving here?
I've connected with him, but haven't come into contact with him.
Should we maybe do
Um,
a séance?
We can perhaps do a séance,
Maybe
I
do one
think.
here. Does that make sense?
Shall we do it now?
I don't think there'd be any harm in doing it on Mr. Eghorn's grave. I think it's the best place we could
I
possibly
mean,
do it.
we know he's actually here.
Yes.
Technically,
He's
here.
here.
And of course we respect Mr. Eghorn. We're not
I
on
mean,
consecrated ground.
What was that?
I think we need
There was some movement in the woods.
Tim, can you perhaps, in the footage later, look at that sound again? Because there was something there. I definitely heard that with my earlobes.
I heard that with my ears.
Right, so let's take a 5-minute break.
Yes, let's have an 8-minute break.
And let's continue with the seance.
Yes, great idea, Christopher.
So we're going to take part in the seance now, gentlemen.
Yes.
Peter, is there anything you'd like to add before we get going?
Christopher, I'm glad you've asked, actually. Jonathan, we haven't really cleared this up yet, but I was told earlier you were dragged whilst we were doing a piece to camera.
Something grabbed you.
Something grabbed you. What happened?
See, I don't remember this. What I do remember feeling quite faint, and as
Yes.
I've alluded a couple of times during this investigation over the last, I don't know, maybe 43 hours, I have had a really sore balloon knot. But that's about it. But it was a bit of a flash of a light, and then I just awoke here at clan leader Eghorn's grave. Now the heavens have started to open, and I think it's time. We all know when it rains, it's when the spirits are most active. I believe you've told us
Is
before.
that true,
Pete.
Peter?
I believe that is absolutely true. So when the heavens open, we are 20% likely, more likely, should I say, to be encountering spirits. So I think it's time we maybe...
Statistically, I think that's impressive.
Yes.
I've never heard this before.
Have you not?
No.
I heard it on a game of Top Trumps.
I think that's a
Reputable
good game.
It's a card game.
Should we get started with the seance, Peter?
I'm sorry, I don't know what came over me then.
That was a lovely note, Peter.
Who was that?
I don't know who it was, but the spirits are strong. So let's, whilst we
Can I
have
just
these
say
spirits,
that spirit had a lovely tone to the
Lovely
voice.
tone.
It was quite warming.
I thought
Yeah.
it was horrible, but there we go.
Well,
I feel warm.
I'm very warm. Are we?
there is. The creatures are joining us.
Right.
I think it's time. Shall we join hands?
Christopher,
Who
goes there?
Oh, it's leaving. It didn't have identification.
speaking of identification, let's identify
Let's
the
link
sounds.
arms, please.
Link arms.
Around the light. We know they're attracted to the light.
Yes, Christopher, do you maybe want to get us going?
Okay. It's my first time doing this, so please bear with me, gentlemen.
I'm impressed with you.
Thank you.
Beautiful.
Vladimir Eghorn. If you are here, let yourself be known. We mean you no harm. We clearly want to hear your story. Please, enlighten us.
As Christopher said, we are the Harrowing Quest, and we are here with nothing but respect for you, as we are with every spirit we try to help. So Vladimir, if you could perhaps connect with my spirit guide Percy, and we can try and help you.
These lands, I want them no more. Leave these lands to somebody else.
Is everyone okay?
Why does he want to leave the land to somebody else?
Has he gone?
I feel a presence has been lifted,
But
but
I must say I feel better.
he didn't
You're
quite.
feeling better.
He didn't pass through me though.
So let's dive into this then.
Yes.
Vladimir Eghorn.
Yes.
Has he gone to Hull-Halar?
I think he has gone to Hull-Halar. Now,
I believe that's just next to KD Carpets.
it is next to KD Carpets.
That's where all the great warriors go.
Yes, they all go there, and I
He
believe
was a great warrior.
the egg up the back passage was a tribute to Odin to maybe get into Hull-Halar.
So
So,
after 1,000 years and him being so vicious and all the strange things that's gone on this evening, why would he just contact you to say he's going? But we normally used to have a prompt when a spirit left.
yes, I didn't
didn't
feel
have
that
that.
prompt today. No, there was a bit of a breeze, but no prompt.
Would you say, Peter, that he has left and he has proceeded onwards just north of KD Carpets to Hull-Halar?
Yeah, I can't pick up on him, I can't register
So-
him. He's gone.
You think he's no longer grounded here?
I don't think he's grounded
So,
here.
would we call that gentleman?
A raging success.
I think so, and what I will add to that, obviously we know Mr. Eghorn was murdered here. He was executed by the locals for his antics.
Yes.
I think he held rage and anger for a long time, but maybe us connecting with him tonight has helped him to maybe go to Hull Halla
I
quicker.
certainly hope so.
Yeah, I mean 1,000 years to get
I mean,
into
he did a
Hull
lot.
Halla.
He did a lot of disgusting things. Murdered lots of innocent
But
people.
that was just the Viking way.
It was,
was
and as
the
we s-
Viking way.
Yes, and as we said earlier, their traditions are a bit alien to us now, perhaps.
Especially this new one that we didn't know about.
Yes.
So, gentlemen, I think we've done.
Are we calling it a success?
It is a success.
Is he got? No, you sure? Do you maybe want to double check?
I cannot pick up on him, excuse me, at all. So shall we?
Shall we? Okay.
Let's-
Brilliant.
Let's
Another great conclusion to an investigation. Join us next time for more ghostly goings on.
Hello, Christopher. That's
You again.
hello. That's the first episode of season 3 in the bag. What did you think of it?
During the night shoot, I think the whole team were quite terrified. I certainly was. I wanted to leave, but I ploughed through it and got through the evening, and I'm very happy that we concluded the investigation. I think with a happy ending. So
I agree.
I'm glad you agree. Cheers. Peter Buxton, our first investigation of the brand new series has come to an end.
Yes.
Are you happy with last night's proceedings?
Do you know what? I am ecstatic. I thought it was a great investigation. Obviously, there were some things that were a bit strange, weird, if you must. But yes, great investigation. Looking forward to the next one. I'm going to just go catch my Zeppelin back to civilization now. So see you later, guys. So Jonathan, we've concluded the first episode of Series 3. How do you think it worked? What are your initial feelings?
Well, I think season 3 started off with an absolute bang. What a success. 1,000-year-old angry Viking that murdered countless people, put to death by the Church of England, and well, he's got Peter said he'd gone, so I can only call that a success. Don't remember much of it, just a few flashes in my brain, but I think it went well. Nothing to note. Season 3, bang. Cheers, guys.